Hey, everybody, it's Jade. Happy Sunday Fun Day, and Minnesota Vikings fans, happy Skol Sunday. Even though they're not playing anymore, and yes, we're technically in the Vikings off season, it can still be a Skol Sunday. Thank you so much for swinging on through, stopping on by, whatever brought you here. I'm happy to have you. And Minnesota Vikings fans, yes, it is the off season for the purple, but it is an ever important off season. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it is an important off season for the purple because, of course, the Vikings, they have a new general manager. We know that. And then what's next? What is next? What is vacant? The head coaching position. Oh, yes, it is. And the name that was being sprinkled around, and ironically enough, it was the only name for head coach that I mentioned in my last video, but the Minnesota Vikings have officially, Hark, they have called Jim Harbaugh. Yes, they have. Former NFL head coach and current Michigan Wolverines head coach. Yes, Jimmy got the call. He sure did. And he does have ties to Mensa too. I think they spent, I don't remember what year was. I want to say it was like year 2014, around there, but they both spent time together in San Francisco. So, isn't this interesting? This just completely blew up on Twitter yesterday with the rumor that had been sprinkled around, kind of like I mentioned, that Harbaugh was maybe going to get the call, that maybe could be in consideration for the Minnesota Vikings head coaching position. But yesterday, it seems like the Vikings and him actually had a call. I'm hearing that it was probably a Zoom call. And so, people, what do we think about that? I find this to be very, very intriguing. Jimmy is a polarizing figure. He's definitely, he's been called kind of quote unquote a weird guy, kind of a little bit out there. But you know what he also is? He's a proven winner. Yes, he is a proven winner in the NFL, not just in college football, not just in college, but yes, in the NFL as well. So very intriguing to me. I am just like, the antenna is up, and right now, of course, they just had a conversation. And how long was that conversation? How in depth did they go? Has Mensa been planning this kind of all along? Was this part of Mensa's interview too with the Wolves saying, hey, you know who I know? You know who I could probably most likely get in the head coach's position, people? So a lot of cool stuff that, like I said, the top kind of popped off the cauldron, but we got a new little cauldron like brewing up here. Who is going to be the next head coach for the Vikings? Is it going to be Jim Harbaugh? Now, you know how I do, people. You know how I do the astrological things. I always like to tie that in. So I wanted to look and see what Harbaugh's sign was, his sun sign, aka like your birthday. So I got to clickety-clacking on Google, and what did I find out? He has a December birthday, end of December, which makes him a Capricorn, and I am also a sun in Capricorn, and oddly enough, me and him have the exact same birthday. So I saw that and I was like, born leader, true leader, get this, he could turn this ship around. So I am all about that because, of course, I'm part of the Capricorn club too. And just Capricorns in general, they're what's called like a cardinal sign. That's their mode. Proven leaders, or leadership is a theme or a characteristic with Capricorns. Also, another thing that I looked at astrologically speaking, just a little bit here with Jimmy H, is that he is going through a 11th house perfection year. Basically, every year of your life, there's like a theme, which is called a perfection year. So Harbaugh is going through a 11th house perfection year. Oddly enough, the same as me. So me and him, we're on the same wavelength here. So I don't know if they need to bring me in, if they need to finally give me a call, like if he ends up being the head coach, like if you need an astrologer, hit me up. My contact info is in the description of the video. Just saying. I'm always saying, Vikings, whoever's watching this, because I know that they watch my channel. If you need to contact me, the info's down below. So he's going through 11th house perfection year. So the theme of his life now until his next birthday at the end of the year here is all about communities, finding your like-minded friends and connecting on a group level. So could Harbaugh find his new group of people with the purple people, that being the Minnesota Vikings. This is all, like I said, very intriguing. It makes the antennas just go straight up. Also, astrologically speaking, what's happening right now, just for everybody, is our communication planet Mercury is spinning backwards, so to speak. So it's in retrograde right now. So when Mercury is spinning backwards, it happens 2 or 3 times a year generally. Basically, all forms of communication are a little bit off. People are a little weird. Technological problems can often happen during Mercury retrogrades. It's not usually the best time to start something new. However, you can't put everything on hold. So I'm just wondering if Mercury retrograde sprinkled in this, or all of this stuff happening during Mercury spinning backwards. I'm wondering if this is all just, okay, the Vikings, they talked to him, but this is just actual like rumor, and it's not actually going to play out with Jim Harbaugh sitting in the head coach's chair for the Minnesota Vikings. It could actually all just turn out to be fluff, and possibly too, this could be leverage for Jimmy getting more money from Michigan. So people, definitely let me know what you all think. There's a lot to speculate on here, and I'm sure in, the next week or a couple of weeks here, I would assume the Vikings are going to have a head coach, unless like all of their plans are going to be completely foiled, which is another theme of, Mercury retrograde. That can also happen. However, Mercury retrograde, the weird communication stuff happening, that ends on this week on Thursday. So things are going to start to kind of go back to quote normal, after Thursday. So if the contract is signed after Mercury is done retrograding, that could be a better thing. So I'm just looking in my nerd notes here to see if I had anything else to touch on. Kind of a shorty here, but I just wanted to talk about the big news from yesterday. It was all over Twitter. It was all over everywhere, I'm sure. This is old hat and old news to everybody watching this by now, but I wanted to chime in on it. And I think if the Vikings have an opportunity to get Jim here and to get him as the head coach for the Vikings, they should do it. Just go for it. I mean, dive in. They're basically like halfway there, right? It's like they're on the diving board. They're on the high dive right now, just getting ready, right? They got the GM. They got that in place. They positioned themselves on the high dive. The arms are in the air. They're perfect position now. All you got to do is dive in. The water's deep, right? The water's deep. You're not going to, the form's good. So, all right, people. And then, too, just touching on the games that are happening today. I touched on it in my last video, but Bengals and Kansas City. I'm pulling for Cincinnati on that one just because I'm kind of over Kansas City winning everything, but we'll see. And then the game where it's going to be bittersweet, whatever team ends up losing, that being the 49ers and the LA Rams. I'll be happy with whatever team ends up winning. I've kind of felt like the LA Rams have had momentum the entire season, but as of late, the 49ers, they have had a lot of momentum, and they got a lot of spunk and they got a lot of spirit. So I think both games are probably going to be exciting, so I'm wishing luck to all the teams out there, and especially to my fellow creators. Payo Time, who's an LA Rams YouTuber, go check out his channel. Wishing you luck, you and the Ramley today, dude. And then the 49ers Empire, the 49ers Faithful. We got 49ers Ultimate Report. We have 49ers First Takes, and then we have Jay in the Bay. They're all amazing dudes, amazing content creators. So if you have not checked out their channels, go and do so. So good luck to all of the teams today. So people, let me know what you think about the latest Vikings news and about the games today too. You always do. And I'm going to try to get back to all of your comments. And if I don't get back to them, I apologize. There's so many, so I try to get to as many as I can. But if I don't get back to you, it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you or I forgot about you. There's just a lot that come flying in, but that's not a bad problem to have. So with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me, everybody. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great upcoming week. So let me know what you think about all this stuff, people. And in the coming days, of course, we will know more in due time. All right, everybody, I will catch you later. P.S. Mar, hi to you and Kitty. I miss you both. How are you doing? Hopefully, we talk soon. But miss you, and hope you are staying warm and taking the utmost care. All right, everybody, I will check you later. Bye.